Welcome to Football Scientific. I am Aaron Sauter, professor of football. I am a writer for FootballAnalysisOne.com. Check out my list of top 25 players for Wild Card Weekend. Also, I'm a writer for CFLNewsHub.com. Check out my Hamilton Tiger-Cats articles from yesterday. And also write for UFLNewsHub.com. Getting ready for the UFL season to really get ramp up starting Monday with these new player allocations. Should be pretty exciting. Today, though, is the first of 3 days of Wild Card Weekend. We are pumped, and we're going to go through our betting guide and predictions and some NFL news for the first two Wild Card games today at 4:30 and 8 o'clock tonight. I'm joined by my guest host, Tyler Tiger. Tyler Tiger here. I'm fired up, ready to go for the playoffs. Wild Card Weekend is finally here. Let's get down to these do-or-die games. Let's get out to the meaningful games, and let's really see who's the best. We'll want to see who's the best and who's going to win, make it to the Super Bowl. It's all about Super Bowl. Eventually, it's all about Super Bowl, no matter how you put it. Training camp and free agency and the draft and all this stuff, it's all about the Super Bowl. And that road to the Super Bowl starts today, and I am pumped. So pumped. Let's just jump right in. Let's get it started. Let's break it down. All right, let's break it down. Like Tyler Tiger said, here we go. So first, some NFL news. Atlanta Falcons finally named franchise legend quarterback Matt Ryan as their new president of football. So they did the dog and pony show of interviewing different people, and they did some minority stuff, so they hit the Rooney Rule. But we all knew it was going to be Matt Ryan, and the rest of it was basically just a weird show. Boom. Carolina Panthers are expected to pick up quarterback Bryce Young's fifth-year option on his rookie contract. Little known fact, as the number one pick of the year he was drafted, the last 8 quarterbacks to be drafted as number one pick all had their fifth-year option picked up, so he would be the exception. And I mean, he's got him to the playoffs, sort of. The defense has got him there, running games down there, but he's got him to the playoffs. And they can win this playoff game. He's going to be a slam dunk to get that fifth-year option picked up. Boom. Miami Dolphins have reached out officially to John Harbaugh to let him know they're interested in him as their head coach. Who isn't? Many teams are. Okay, boom. Cleveland Browns, interim Ravens. They interviewed Ravens offensive guard Todd Monken for a head coach position in the Ravens. Even after he admitted that he was the reason why, John Harbaugh got fired because he failed to develop Lamar Jackson. I guess he wants to go goes to a Cleveland Browns team without an elite quarterback to show that he can mess up regular quarterbacks too. Tampa Bay Buccaneers have interviewed Jeff Modley going through to be the special teams coordinator. Here's a Lions assistant Lions special teams coordinator. So they're trying to bring him in, Jeff Modley, as the sports special teams coordinator for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So it's a slight move up for him. Atlanta Falcons have interviewed Anthony Weaver for a head coach position. So that's pretty cool for him. Buffalo Bills have downgraded wide receiver Josh Palmer to out for tomorrow's playoff game against Jacksonville. So they're missing a receiver. All right, and then here's our betting guide for today's game. There's 2 wild card games on today. Saturday at 4:30 p.m. we have the LA Rams at Carolina Panthers. Okay, so last time these teams played, the Rams turned the ball over 3 times. Matt Stafford, who had only had 5 picks so far in the season when he played against Carolina, came out through 3 interceptions. Carolina broke their tendency of not being able to score off turnovers by scoring touchdowns, and they actually went for it twice on 4th down. They didn't go for it like to pick up the first down. They went for deep shots, and they picked up 2 touchdowns on 4th down opportunities. So they took some chances. Those things all seem very situational and kind of luck-based, honestly. Feels a little luck-based, okay? So I think with the Rams coming in, they're more healthy. They got Devontae Adams back in the receiver core. Everyone's fired up and ready to go. I think the Rams are not going to let the Panthers get lucky again. And I think this is going to be one and done for Carolina. So I predict the Rams go into Carolina, into Charlotte, in the rain, and they win 31-21 over Carolina. DraftKings has them as a 10-point favorite. We agree, so we're taking the Rams on the money line, and we're going over 46.5 points with 52 points. So we think the Rams will win that first playoff game. And then tonight, a really big game. Green Bay Packers and Chicago Bears, battle for the NFC North. They split the series during the season. Green Bay's really beat up, though. That's the thing. And Chicago's not. So that doesn't stop DraftKings from favoring Green Bay. That's weird, isn't it? I think that's weird. So Chicago has a healthy quarterback, healthy offensive line, healthy running backs, decent receivers, and a defense that's not good, but it's really good at taking away, forcing turnovers. That's what they're good at, okay? Green Bay comes in, beat up quarterbacks, plural, beat up running backs, beat up receivers, beat up defense. Micah Parsons is out with the ACL tear. So they're all beat up. And they're going to be playing in Chicago. So I don't see why DraftKings made Green Bay the favorite in this game. That's weird in my mind, okay? So I think they're set up to lose. So I'm going, maybe they're just trying to get people to bet on the Bears. I guess. I don't know. I don't know what would happen there. So we're predicting Chicago comes doing a superior running game. They control the game. They protect Caleb Williams because the best pass rusher for the Packers is out. I think at home, Chicago wins. The only thing they can't do is have a slow start in offense like they did last week against Detroit. Maybe that's what's scaring away DraftKings from picking the Bears because they had a really bad start. The first 3 quarters, their offense was horrible against the Lions. And then they pulled out a tie, and then they lost on the last-second kick to the Lions last week. But I don't really think they were trying that hard. They had nothing to gain from winning that game. So I don't think they were really even trying that hard, although they said they were trying that hard. But no one's ever going to say, I'm not trying that hard in the NFL. So I predict the Bears bounce back from that loss to the Lions and win 24-21. And we're taking the Bears and the 1.5 points. It seems like cheating to give the Bears 1.5 points on this. We got a little wiggle room for our bet. And over-under is 45.5. But I think in Chicago, it's going to be a grinder of a game, I believe. I think it's going to be under at 45 points, just barely under. So we're going Bears with the points. If you think Bears are going to win, we're going under 45.5. And Charlotte, we're going LA Rams win. We're going money line on the Rams because they're 10-point favorite. We think they'll win by 10. And we're going over 46.5 points because the weather's going to be a little nicer. It's supposed to rain, so we'll see. All right, so that is our prediction and betting guide. That is our pregame show for today's wildcard games. That was a short episode from Football Scientific. We do have some new subscribers, so welcome to Football Scientific's community. In a few minutes, I'm going to do my shorts for the betting guide and predictions. And then we will have Football Scientific TikToks today saying our scouting reports for the 2 playoff games, okay? And we were right last night about Indiana. We were right about Miami, so we are rolling with a streak. Our data analysis is impeccable for determining who's going to win and lose these games. Occasionally we do get burnt, but most of the time we do not. So if you're a gambler type, not saying that's the right thing to do, but if you are, then you should be checking out Football Scientific all the time. We know our stuff, okay? Because of experience, pretty much. Make sure you check out footballanalysis1.com, check out cflnewshub.com, check out uflnewshub.com for football articles, good times, good content. And then like the channel, boop, share the video, boop, and subscribe to the channel, boop. We'll keep blowing this thing up, okay? That's the plan, and Football Scientific portal is closed for today. Boop, 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 boop.